in the job market is the disruption caused by the advent of artificial intelligence. And it could potentially render some jobs irrelevant by 2030. And while this stands true, the advent of AI brought with it a set of highly on-demand jobs. NTV's techie Brian George notices us the career path into some of these emerging opportunities.
When Geoffrey Makouma wanted to relocate to America fully, his travel process was anything but easy. He struggled to obtain information on access to a resident visa and the eligibility, as information was scarce at the time, unlike now. The perennial scamming of Kenyans seeking opportunities abroad provided an opportunity for him to develop Navismart, an open-source AI platform providing immigration information globally.
It's an AI-powered search engine with which is given, it gives you answers or responses in different languages. It gives you with the citation, so you can be able to verify and check the website where the source came from. The second part is eligibility checker. So you can be able to confirm if you're eligible for a particular kind of visa. Sometimes there's so many, like say in the US here, there are many kind of visas, from temporary to permanent visa, from B1 student visa to employment-based visas to permanent immigrant visas. What you need to know is which one do you qualify for. Each category of visa has different eligibility criteria. So second part would be to check whether you're eligible. Third part is to supporting documentation.
Makouma's Navismart is one of the many innovations providing jobs within a disruptive tech subsector, which is faulted for potentially replacing human talent and resources.
It will give you all the verifiable and accurate information in a matter of seconds.
But even with the innovations such as Makouma's, there is yet a disconnect between techies and users. Getting information on whatever AI tool takes training, done by a back-end process known as prompt engineering. Prompt engineers design, test, and refine prompts to optimize the performance of AI models, particularly large language models, by crafting effective instructions and questions. Closely related to this role is an AI content trainer or a data annotator, whose role is to label data in text, images, and audio using a trained AI system, also review and correct AI outputs. An introductory course with a basic understanding of tools and concepts will take 2 to 3 months and can be studied online. After an introductory course follows an intermediate course, which takes between 6 and 12 months. Worth noting that learning processes and periods differ for different learners. And no, you don't need prior knowledge on tech, coding, or AI to get started. Also, recognizing the rapid nature of innovation, experts opine that businesses should prepare staff to self-regulate. Still, they agree that AI cannot mimic human traits.
I think when you operate on a global basis, the one thing you have to be is sensitive to culture.
Correct.
There is no such thing as one size fits all. Increasingly, there are more countries that are multicultural. So there you have a different dimension you have to take into account there. I think you start with a typical framework. And the framework is something that is reasonably consistent, and then you sort of localize it as best you can. There are some things that we can monitor in some countries that we can't in other countries. When I look at the use of AI, obviously you have to start with the regulatory position, and that can also vary by industry. So we need to make sure we're compliant with that.
If I'm going to the bank and there are things that I just want to do on a transactional level, then yes, I'm happy to use AI because I just want things to be done as quickly as possible. Now, if I think of someone like my mom and dad and they want to make an investment, right? They are not going to talk to a bot. They trust humans. So it's really about companies finding the balance around when do you need the human interaction to create that empathy and that, person-to-person moment.
While AI will not take your job nor replace you, albeit fully, the tools and AI systems are heavily dependent on human talent and training, thereby creating numerous opportunities like social media content moderation, a role that didn't exist at least 7 years ago. Brian George Otieno, NTV, Nairobi.
Stand by.